everybody, it's Brittany LASHE and I'm back with another video. So I wanted to share with you guys my little baby moon vacation, okay? I'm gonna insert some clips as I talk through this, and I took my baby moon a few months ago, and I have to tell you guys, so we knew that we were planning to have baby, I guess in January. We definitely didn't expect to get pregnant as soon as we did. But with that being said, we were just like, okay, let's go plan a trip. We're going to go away somewhere. And I just kind of told him, I was like, listen, we're going to be celebrating a few things because I already knew that I was in the middle of interviewing for 2 different companies. I'm in the middle of my MBA program. And then I knew that we were trying for baby. So I was like, okay, listen, we're going to be celebrating a few different things here. And then at the time we were also looking to buy a new house in this crazy market. I'm gonna have to make another video about that some other time. But anyway, we decided that we were gonna go to Belize. It was actually his idea. I didn't even know where Belize was on a map. I can probably insert a map right here. It's in Central America, so a little south of Mexico. It's right off the coast of Guatemala. It is a beautiful island, and if you guys ever have a chance to go, I would definitely go. It is the most beautiful place that I've ever been. It was extremely peaceful, and I really felt as if the vibe kind of matched our vibe, and it was very low-key, and we were never ever looking at a clock, which was really nice. The food was amazing. Amazing. The people were amazing. The people kind of treat you as if you're family.
You travel a lot?
Well, this is our first trip together.
Oh, nice.
Thank you. So that was really nice. So when we were flying into Belize, so we flew into San Pedro, Belize, and when we flew in, well, no, what's the San Pedro? It was not San Pedro. I'm gonna have to insert where it was, but that's not where it was. That's where we ended up. So we flew into the airport, and as we were flying in, we got to see the reefs. They really surround Belize. So it's almost like a natural barrier to like hurricanes and storms and things like that. They actually don't get a lot of really heavy tropical storms. So we flew in and we were able to see the coral reefs, and really what that looks like in the water is really teal, really pretty, really blue, really peaceful. So we flew into this small airport, and we get there, we check in, we go through customs, and our ride is there. So we reserved a ride that was gonna take us to the ferry. That's how you are able to get to the north side of the island where our resort was. And that got us to the ferry. And once you're on the ferry, it's like this big boat with all these people, like 200 people, and you're in the water and it's going really fast. I thought I was gonna get seasick because at the time I did know that I was pregnant. We went in March, so I was probably about 8 weeks pregnant, 8-9 weeks pregnant. So I was really nervous about getting airplane sick, getting seasick, like just getting sick. And I really wasn't. I was kind of nauseous the whole time, which was consistent throughout my pregnancy. But so far that is. But for the most part, I was fine. So we get on this ferry. It's like 2 hours, and we're vibing. We're taking pictures. We're enjoying the scenery, and we're loving the ride. So it finally docks us in San Pedro, which is like the city of the north side of the island. It's like one of the bigger cities. And from there, we had a private water taxi that was going to take us to our resort. We stayed at the Matachica Resort, so it's the far north side of the island. So we took another speedboat to get to our resort, and when we got there, we were greeted with with drinks. So he was able to get his drinks. I was able to stare at him as he got his drink. And there was tons of cabana tables like on the dock area. And so we kind of walked up. It was getting closer to the evening because it was a really long travel day. And so we were able to get there. We checked in. They were very nice, very polite. The scenery was amazing. The resort itself was really hut style, Our hut itself was beautiful, and the best part about it was there was no TV there, and you had to ask for the Wi-Fi password. There weren't any phones, so if you want to unplug, that resort was like, it was ideal. So we unpacked our stuff and we settled down and we took a shower because, you know, after traveling all day, like you feel a little icky and it's hot. And then we ended up going to dinner. And so that was something that we did every single day, where we mostly ate at the resort, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They had really good food. I'll probably insert some pictures. And then we decided to do a few spa days. One of the spas was just a full body massage. And then another one of those spa days, it was a mud. So it was a sea salt scrub and mud, what's it called? They put us in foil. And then we had to shower it off. So that was really peaceful. So we did that. So we went to the spa a few times and they had this amazing tea right afterwards. And you just really felt like really calm, really blissful. It was really nice. So today is a day where we're doing a really cool excursion. We are going to Zinantinich. It is one of the Mayan ruins. It's one of the biggest ones. It is on the far west of the island, so half a mile away from Guatemala. To get there, we have to take like a water taxi, and then we need to get on a ferry, and then we'll take an airplane. We'll go down a river into some sort of raft. We'll see the animals in the morning as they wake, from what we're told. And then we'll go to Zinantinich. And then afterwards, we're gonna go through a cave, or maybe it's the zip lining first. But yeah, we're doing all of that. Super excited. I hope I get some really good footage, some really great pictures. And I'll see you guys soon. Right. And so we had a driver come and pick us up. And they drove us to, first they drove us to go get like Belizean breakfast food. So it was like a burrito with like, you know, like bacon, eggs, and cheese, like, but it was Belizean style. So that was really good. And their strong Belizean coffee was amazing. Then they took us to this very small airport. So I don't know if you guys have ever really been on a really small like airplane, but this airplane sat maybe 16 people. So we got on the airplane, and what that airplane was to do is it had to take us from San Pedro over to near where Zinantinich was, right? So once we got there was like a longer ride in the car, like another 2-hour ride to get to the archaeological site. But this airport, like the way that it was done, was like the closest to get there without too much travel time. This excursion was like a 12-hour excursion. We had to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. So our driver was amazing, but backwards, baby brain, sorry. This airplane was so tiny. It sat like 16 people, and the pilot himself, like the seat where me and my partner sat was literally right behind the pilot. And there was this hot chick. She had to be like 21 years old. Her body was banging. She was beautiful, and she was sitting right next to the pilot. And me and my partner looked at each other like, I hope that he's not going to be distracted by her, because she is super cute. And every once in a while when we would get turbulence, like he would look at me like, babe, like it's her fault. So that was a really funny story. She was actually really pretty. We didn't crash or anything. We got where we needed to go, but it was definitely scary. The next time, I would prefer if a girl with short shorts and a big mid-crop is like in the back away from this pilot, because she was too cute to sit next to him, because he was looking every once in a while, which was really funny. My partner really enjoyed that. He thought it was hilarious. So we get to the airport, and our driver comes to pick us up, and he drives us to Zinantinich. But on the way, he's telling us about the history, which you guys can look up. You won't hear what we heard, but you'll kind of get like the gist of it. It's made of like 5 different cultures down there. You know, it's an English-speaking country. It's one of the sovereigns that Queen Elizabeth actually has. And there's different groups of people. So there's like the natives, and there's like the Pacific Islanders, and I don't really want to get into it too much because I'm going to totally get it wrong. The way that he explained it was perfect. You would have had to have been there. I could refer you to that tour guide, but I don't want to butcher it. He was amazing. So we got to Zinantinich, and we had to take like a car ferry to the actual site. So the car had to go on the boat, we had to go on the boat, then we cross it. Once we got there, we had to hike through the temples, and we were able to see like a lot of the older temples, what they did. So for rituals and sacrifices and things like that, they used to sacrifice people for the rain gods because the rain has started to drop, but what they didn't really understand was that they were cutting down the trees as well. So it was like a whole twofold conversation, and we took beautiful pictures. There were a lot of people, and you needed a lot of water and to stay hydrated because the sun was beaming, but it was beautiful.
I got the speed of a mongoose and the reflex of a cobra. No worries. You're with me, sir. Let me hold it back for you.
After that, we picked up some knickknacks at like the bodega.
Up here, when the ferry get here,
Yeah.
we go crossing that ferry.
Okay.
When the ferry get here, we get off the car.
Okay.
We walk into the ferry.
That was like right off the car ferry, which was really cool. After that, we went to Zaliba Cave. Yeah. And on our way there, we went zip lining. So that scared me because I was like, oh my goodness, if I'm gonna throw up, I'm gonna throw up now. But I didn't. I was fine, and it was my first time ever zip lining, and you do like 6 runs, and some of them were longer, shorter than the others, but it was through the forest, and we got to go like over the river and things like that and see all of that, which was really interesting. It was really cool. It was a lot of fun. It was exhilarating, and yeah, I might do it again. It was a good one. After that, we went to the caves, and we went tubing. So our tour guide took us through the caves, and we got to see all of the formations of the crystals inside. And of course, he told us more history of the rituals and how the caves came to be and things like that. The water was beautiful. It was a very serene trip. And then afterwards, we had some Belizean lunch dinner, which was, you know, like rice, plantains. I think there was like a potato salad and like a jerk chicken. It was really good. My boyfriend, he had like this rum punch, and he was lit. He was enjoying it, and I was enjoying him being like how he was. So that was nice. And then on the way back, we took the small plane back. This time there was no hot chick next to the pilot. We decided to sit in the way back because I thought it was too much to sit that close to the front and be able to see like the controls and everything. That kind of freaked me out. So we sat all the way in the back next to the door. And then we just kind of got back to San Pedro. And after we got back to the island where our resort was, we grabbed some food at this place called Tipsy Lobster. Our tour guide's wife, she owns it, and the food was really good. And after that, we went back to the resort, and I was tired. I was wiped out. The Belize trip was really tiring for me. I had so much fun. I'm gonna insert clips everywhere so that you guys can see. Something else that we did, we went into town. We got to go to all the different bodegas. We got to eat. At the resort, we went to the pool. We were off the dock and the beach. We went for walks. We did a bunch of everything. We were there for a few days. We really needed it. And yeah, I hope I wasn't talking too much. I hope that you guys get the gist of the trip. If you guys ever want to go to Belize, I definitely recommend it. It is the most beautiful place ever. And that's about it for my baby moon vacation. I will see you guys next time. Bye.